I'm Christine Corrado here in the New York studio for Proactive Investors. Joining me here today is Antonio Brass from BlockQuake Holdings. Antonio, good to have you here today.
Thank you for having me.
So BlockQuake Holding is a fintech company that's aiming to create a cryptocurrency exchange. What else can you tell me about BlockQuake?
Sure. We plan to do multiple projects, but the cryptocurrency or digital asset exchange is our first project. We decided to go into this because we just saw a lack of transparency in the space, a lot of technical issues. All these exchanges were crashing. They couldn't handle the trade volume, delayed transactions, and just no accountability. So my friend and my business partner, he was placing trades on exchanges that we never heard of before because they had a coin that he was interested in. That exchange ended up crashing. It couldn't handle the trade volume. It never came back up to this day. So his money's gone and there's no one to hold accountable. And we were just looking at each other like, we can do this better because we've worked in financial services. I myself have traded stocks, options, Forex. Kind of know what a trader or a user wants because we are that person. And just with our experience in finance, operations, financial technology, we thought that we could bring a level of just maturity from a tech perspective and a regulatory perspective to this marketplace. That's how we ended up in this.
So there are so many crypto exchanges cropping up. Yeah. How does BlockQuake differentiate itself from others out there?
Yeah, sure. So there are hundreds of exchanges. The majority are very simple exchanges, 1 to 5 or so cryptocurrencies, and that's it. They don't have too many offerings that people are looking for. Then you've got a smaller amount, probably under 30, where they're bigger cryptocurrency exchanges. They've got 100 plus different options. So we're competing against that space. So what differentiates us from that is that we'll be working directly with regulatory experts and regulators to build this from the ground up. Our startup team has done a lot of audit compliance, risk management work in this space from regulatory, technology, operations side with a lot of the major financial institutions and banks and insurance companies out there. On the technology side, our development team is actually building what will probably be the fastest exchange in the market. The matching engine they're testing it for up to 100 million transactions a second at peak load. We're nowhere near that in the marketplace. Mm-hmm. We're thinking about scalability for the future. So they're testing it for that. They've successfully tested it for over 10 million already. And the current top exchanges can only process about 1 to 1.5 million transactions a second at peak load. So, and those are the top ones. So when we go live, we'll already be 10 times faster than they are.
So a faster exchange, and how many coins do you expect to have on the platform?
We plan to, out the gate, have at least 200 something coins. We're really pushing the decoupling aspect because that's been a big complaint in the space that everything's tied to Bitcoin and or Ethereum. People want different options to trade in and out of, so we're going to bring that to the space in a major way and also add multiple fiat currencies to those base currencies. And it's going to be a global exchange, so it's going to operate in multiple countries. So we're taking that approach.
So it's yet to get off the ground yet. I think October is the kickoff date.
Yeah, it's interesting. We were looking at closer to year end, and usually we had a call with potential investors, current investors, and our team when we found out the date was changing. Oh, we're actually pushing up the launch date faster. It's going to be late October now, early November, pending us being okay with the testing that's done.
And you're potentially well-funded to get that off the ground?
We believe we will hit the minimum dollar raise that we need before September is over. We've already raised enough to guarantee the build out of the platform. So the additional raise is really just around legal, marketing, overhead type costs.
What are you going to expect your daily trading volume to be once you get off the ground?
Yeah, we think inside of 3 months we're going to see billion-dollar days potentially, mainly because we're accepting a lot of new account types that aren't currently accepted in the space. So there's all that money on the sideline that's out there. We don't know how much. So that's all going to flood in, and we're obviously going to take part of the retail market as well. So we think we're going to be doing really good inside of 3 months.
Very ambitious. What else can we see down the roadmap for BlockQuake?
So down the road, continue to build out this exchange, work with securities-related regulators domestically and abroad to try to get security tokens on the platform as well. Probably roll out some type of investor suitability test. Stuff we see in traditional finance, it'll take time to roll it out. But then we also want to get into other projects. We want to build our own blockchain. And we see a need in the nonprofit sector regarding the way funds are moved around, and maybe there's an opportunity to do a blockchain project in that space as well. But we're very open-minded about that. Blockchain-related projects, and then a lot of traditional finance-related projects as well.
And BlockQuake right now is private. Any ideas at all about taking it public?
We're open to that. A lot of the potential investors we're talking to, they bring that up. The way we're structured, it's pretty easy to make it happen if we see that's a good avenue to go down.
Okay, so we'll look forward to that, and we'll look forward to seeing BlockQuake up and running in the next, I think, 2 months or so.
Yeah. I'm excited. Every day gets busier, but I'm okay with that.
All right, great, Antonio. Thanks so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.